Hello people, hello people. How are you good people? Okay, I think everybody's ready now. Everybody's ready for the weekend analysis. Everybody was waiting for this, and so now is the time, and we're going to see the second analysis now, the second pair, because I already shared analysis on gold. So now I'm going to share analysis on USD CAD. That is a second analysis for this weekend. So if you have not watched the analysis for gold, go and watch. Actually, it has got many things, many important things for the coming week. It has got a very detailed analysis for what market is going to do for the next week. So now you can watch it, and now we're going to see what's going to happen on USD CAD. So I'm sure you are ready for this, and make sure that you watch it till the end. Remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to comment. If you have your own opinions, make sure that you comment. Actually, put your comment there. It is very important. They are very important in bringing that feedback. What do you want, maybe when I'm analyzing the market? What are the important things you need to see in my analysis? So you have to put them in the comment section. It's very important. So now here is USD CAD, and I'm in a weekly time frame. I'm going to break down to lower time frames to see what is expected to happen in exactly in a coming week or immediately in the coming week. But the overall picture for the market is we expect USD CAD to rise. Now always it is in a corrective mode. Recently here it is in a corrective mode, but a bigger picture is it is going to rise, but not in very recent days, because in a weekly time frame actually this is a very higher time frame. So those events about rising to complete the fifth wave to the top, they are no longer going to happen immediately. It's just a little bit longer. It will take a little bit longer to start that full upward movement. But recently we are in a corrective mode, and it is taking deep. Actually, it is taking us very deep in relation to this recent movement. So we had this upward move, a 1 2 3 4 5 to the upward. Now this one 5 wave move. So this 5 wave move was just the beginning of correction. I mean, a beginning of upward move. This was the beginning of upward move, because now correction ended somewhere there. Correction ended somewhere there, and this was the fourth wave. So after that correction, now the fifth wave has started taking over. So it has started by a 5 wave of an internal or lower degree move, and then that lower degree move, now it is getting corrected with the ABC. That is an ABC zigzag. So, and then it is just a flat. Now digging deeper, this may take a form of a flat, because it has got 3 waves in an A, then 3 waves in wave B, then it has got 5 waves in wave C. So this is an ABC zigzag mainly. It is not a flat. So I mean, it is a flat, not a zigzag again. So now we are in a corrective mode. In a weekly time frame, we are looking for correction, and mainly this correction is still underway. It has not yet completed. So we'll add other things like Fibonacci, we'll add things like depth of correction now to see whether it has yet completed. But based on the idle of wave counts, it's not yet completed. So this is an overview of what is happening in USD CAD in a weekly time frame. Mainly we are watching for completion of the this wave C to the downside, and then market will start taking over to the upside. So we move to the daily time frame to see now what's exactly happening there. In a daily time frame to see what is exactly happening there. We find that we have this 1 2 3 4 to the upside as usual. Then we have an ABC to the downside, then ABC to the upside. So we are running with this 1 2 3 4 5 to the downside, whereby this 1 2 3 4 to the downside, it is just it is wave C. Now this is wave C. It is just the completion of this ABC flat. So now if it is an ABC flat, what we expect here is now what is already happened now. What is already happened here is we had this first wave move, the second, the third. Now the third wave now had an extension. It had an extension, so now it has yet completed. From what is happening now, from what we see now, it has already completed. The third wave is already completed, so we are in a corrective mode, and this correction is the fourth wave, where it is going to be completed to the upside. So we'll see in a lower time frames if this fourth wave has yet completed. But now what we expect, there might be a little rise now. There might be a little rise in few days of the coming week, especially maybe the first day of the week. There may be a short-term buy. There may be a short-term buy, then it will be followed by a long-term sell. So now, in our main outlook now, we may expect a sell in many days of the coming week. We may expect a sell in many days of the coming week. But now, this will depend on how long this short upward move expected. It will depend on how long will it take. But mainly after completion of this, what we will expect is there will be a very powerful sell. Now this is what we can explain in a daily time frame, and mainly it is based on the idea that we had a channel that was respected. Now it was respected several times, and also we have this upper channel now, which is a parallel line with this lower channel. So usually the fourth wave is projected actually by drawing a parallel line, whereby usually market is expected to hit that upper channel, and then the fifth wave will be to the downside, and also it is expected to hit this lower channel. So this is what we expect to happen in a daily time frame. And mainly market may start, market may drop. We expect it may rise up to certain levels there, maybe to hit this, to retest this, because we had this very key level that was respected several times. So after being respected, the market has broken it for the very first time, and now it must retest. We need a clear retest to this upside. So this one was like a retest, but it has not retested it full. So we need a full retest around this area, whereby it has also got a confluence with the retest to this, or touching this upper channel. So it has got a confluence with the idea of touching this upper channel. So it is now clear that market is going to rise shortly in maybe the first day of the coming week, Monday, and maybe it may take the whole day or just hours of a day. And the main idea is it will be completing this upward move. But sometimes it may take a downward move straight from this area, because usually when we are trading, there's an idea that usually most traders, they don't include in their trading, the idea of currency pair correlation, the idea of correlation among the currency pairs. Most traders, they don't include that idea in their analysis mainly. So usually USD CAD has got a negative correlation, a very powerful, a very strong negative correlation with AUD USD. We have the AUD USD pair actually has got a very strong, it is a negative 0.73, which is the strongest among the negative correlations. So now, including that idea in your analysis, you can get a confluence on a specific direction where the market may take you. So now in USD CAD, we see that it may shortly rise up and then fall. So including that idea that I usually include, but I have never presented in my analysis, but today maybe I can show you. Today maybe I can show you what I usually do. Now this is AUD USD. Now I see the same structure but in opposite direction in AUD USD. I see the same move, the same projection, but it is in opposite direction. In AUD USD, the market has already retested the channel, this lower channel, but it is an upper channel in USD CAD. So it has already retested this. Now what we expect, the market is going to hit the upper channel in completion of the fifth wave of wave C to the upside. Now I can raise degree for this. Now the fifth wave of wave C, now it's going to be hit in the upside. So this event correlates with what we see in USD CAD, whereby USD CAD is going to hit the fifth. Now it's going to hit, USD CAD is going to hit the fifth wave of wave C to the downside. So those two events, they are correlating, but in a negative way. That's what we call a negative correlation. So in your analysis, if you add the idea of currency pair correlation and you find that whether correlation may be positive or negative, you can use an idea, maybe a positive correlation or negative correlation. Example, someone who is trading Euro USD, you may use a positive correlation which is very strong. Euro USD has got a very strong positive correlation with Euro JPY, that it is about a positive 0.97, positive 0.79. A positive 0.79, it's a very strong positive correlation. So usually we expect what happens in Euro USD will happen exactly, not necessary to be exactly, but will also it's also expected to be seen in Euro JPY. So you can use that idea of positive correlation or negative correlation to add confluence. Once you see those events, they align in the same way, you can make decision in the market. So now in USD CAD, maybe I can move to lower time frames to see what is happening. Now to see what is exactly happening. But yes, the idea of currency pair correlation, I'm going to have a lesson with some traders now. I'm going to have a lesson with some traders next week, so we expect to have it on YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe this channel in order to have a lesson on currency pair correlation, and maybe it will be a very deep thing. I'll dig deeper on the idea of currency pair, how you are going to use them. I have explained here one way on how you are going to use them, that you have many ways on how to profit based on the currency pair correlation, whether they are correlating positive or negative. But we have those pairs with zero correlation, actually they are nonsense. We are not going to discuss them. We will discuss those with the positive and negative, and how you can profit from them, or how can you include them as the part of your analysis. So now in lower time frames, we see the market started moving up, but now all in all, my target is to provide an outlook. So what I can suggest to you traders is, now you have to watch. Don't take trades immediately here. We have to watch. The market may rise. The high probability for the market rise is around this area, is around this level. It may rise up to this level, or it may move strongly up to this very big level there. I have marked this very big level there. So it may move to this very minor level, and also sometimes if the strength is too high, it may move to this big level. Now mainly after hitting those levels, we'll be watching for confirmations for sell trades. Now once the market has touched those levels, we'll be looking for confirmations for sell, but sometimes it may not move to those levels. So what are we going to do is, we're going to watch the market. Now you see this level, it hit there, it has hit it again. So in other ways, we will watch the market breaking this level in this way, moving to the downside. Now we'll watch the market breaking this level, retesting, then moving to the downside. That is also another opinions for selling trades in USD CAD for the coming week. Where are we going to start selling? It doesn't mean on Monday you have to press a sell trade without having confirmations. No, we need some confirmations for the sell trades, but the overall direction for the market is in a sell. So even though it is in a sell, it will still have some movement to the upside. So how are you going to handle those upside movements? Now you have to watch for confirmations for sell. I'm still doing some things there in order to see what's happening here. You will find that sometimes someone may check for this first hit, second hit. This was broken, was hit there, broken, retested. Now I can go to lower time frames again. I can go to lower time frames. Always, as long as we are moving to lower time frames, is how you are going to see things in detail. As you move to lower time frames is how you are going to see things in detail. So I can go to lower time frame and have another idea here. Hey, this is another thing, another idea, another opinion for trading. So I can have another idea here, whereby the market hit this level, this channel now, hit it here, hit it again. Now it's successfully broken, then it retested, just a smaller retest, then it moved to the downside. Then now it is hitting again that level. So if it is hitting this level again, so it is retesting now. So it is probably, it is possible now. It is possible now. From this idea, it is possible now for the market to start falling exactly from this area. It is also possible for the market to start falling right from this area. It is also possible. So it is not necessary for the market to touch this upper channel then start falling. It is also possible for the market to start falling right at this area. But if it will start falling at this area, what you're supposed to wait is a break. Now you're supposed to see a clear breakout here. It must break this level. It must break this level, or otherwise you may add a channel there. It must break this channel and retest, break and retest this channel. Also, when we have those observations, now we may start selling. Once we have those observations, we may start selling. But mainly, I'm giving an overview. So if you have your own trading ideas, you can add them here. If you have your own trading ideas, you can add them here. Or analysis ideas or observations, you can add them here. But mainly, I'm giving the overview, and the overview is in that way. So thank you for your time, and I wish you all the best in the coming trading week. And I'm sure everybody's going to do well. Everybody's going to do better because we are in a good position in market. We are in a good position in gold also. I shared analysis in gold. We are still in a good position to trade in the coming week on gold, and also in USD CAD we are in a good position also. So I'm sure everybody will have a very fantastic week. So thank you for your time, and make sure you subscribe, share and like. Thank you.